Is the Epiphone, inspired by Gibson J-45, as good as its big brother? Let's find out. Hello, good folks of YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have the inspired by Gibson J-45 by Epiphone. And I asked the question, is this guitar as good as its Gibson big brother? I'm going to answer that shortly, but first of all, I want to get into the specs of the guitar, and then we'll talk about what I feel about it and my complaints and what I really love about it. So, we have an all solid wood, spruce top, mahogany back and sides, mahogany neck, Epiphone Kalamazoo headstock. We have a laurel fingerboard with a laurel bridge, bone nut and saddle. That's really cool. It features the Fishman Sonocore and Sonotone preamp and pickup. Vintage kind of Clouson style button tuners, an aged polyurethane finish, which kind of gives it a semi-gloss vintagey look. So in its construction, it is a Gibson J-45 and in most senses of the word. The differences, of course, are the polyurethane as opposed to the Gibson has the nitrocellulose. The laurel fingerboard, which is, or some call Indian laurel, but laurel is a species of rosewood just found elsewhere, and it tends to be a little lighter. I can't really feel or hear a difference between Indian laurel and rosewood, so I don't mind that at all. Now mine is a little darker than a lot of them come, and that's for two reasons. It just was a little darker when I got it, but I've also lemon oiled it quite a few times, and I've been treating it, trying to get it to look a little darker just because I like the look, but you know, it was good out of the box, and you can see the bridge is a little bit lighter. It also has the bigger old style pick guard, which is pretty thick, and I've contemplated taking that off to try to let that top vibrate a little bit more, but I like the look of it, so I haven't done it yet, but I'm thinking about it, but it's not a huge gripe. Now, to answer that question, is this as good as the Gibson? I'm going to save you guys a little bit of time and say no, it's not. But I think that's the wrong question. The question should be, is this a good guitar? And to that, yes, it is a really good guitar, especially given the price point. It sounds great. You're getting in the ballpark of a Gibson J-45. Of course, it's not going to sound quite the same because a Gibson is anywhere from $2,600 to $3,000 and up. You know, they have different variations. That price point is going to get you a better guitar. Where I think this guitar differs from its Gibson is, while yes, it has that mid scoop thing that goes really well with singing and all that stuff, it lacks a little bit of the bottom end of the Gibson counterpart, and I think that's mainly due to the polyurethane finish. Not letting the top kind of vibrate the way it should. Now, that's a pretty minor gripe considering the price differences. My only main things that I didn't love about this guitar were the pickup and preamp. I immediately removed that. I have an LR Baggs Lyric in here. I'm just not a fan of the Fishman under saddle. Just not my favorite sound. Some people will love it, and the fact that it comes with a decent preamp and pickup and you can plug and play and get right to playing live, that's cool, and you can EQ that in a live situation. But I'm just not a fan of the Fishman under saddle. I don't like piezo pickups at all. Just hate them. I'm just not a fan and never will be. So like I said, I put the Epiphone Lyric, which is the little condenser microphone in here, and I've been really happy with that. I think it really captures the voice of this guitar. But that's a minor gripe. That's just me personally. The major gripe I have with this guitar is the tuners. I love the look of them, and they keep the guitar in tune, but I find them to be a little stiff, and they jump a little bit when you're tuning it. A little inconsistent. I feel like Epiphone could have just stuck with what they do on a lot of guitars and put some Grovers on it, and I think that would have been a better call. But it's a minor, I understand why they did it. They're trying to go for that look, but it's a gripe. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of these tuners. I might swap them out for a better set of Clousons or some Grovers. But they do function. The guitar stays in tune really well with the bone nut and bone saddle, which is just unbelievable. That I think the Gibson's comes with the Graphtec, so the fact that it's bone on both is really, really cool. So there you have it. This is a great guitar. I love it. I'm having a great time playing it. I feel like I'm in the ballpark of a Gibson J-45 without having to pay that kind of price. I would love a real J-45, but I don't have $3,000 to spend. Just don't, especially not in today's world. So I got this to kind of get me in the ballpark, and I've been really happy with it. I slapped some 11s on here. Not 11s, some medium gauge strings on here. 11s on my Les Paul. But some medium gauge strings on here, and it just opened up. It added a little bit of that bottom end. I put the better pickup in here, and I played it live twice now, and it sounds great. I mean, the sound guy was like, man, that guitar sounds amazing, and I agree. I think it's just really good. You slap a microphone in front of it, you're going to get a really nice sound for recording. I think that mid-scoop thing's going to be really good, and you'll be able to EQ a little bottom end in there to help where it's not as thick on the bottom end. But that's a J-45, really. A J-45 is kind of known to be a mid-scoopy thing. I just feel like the Gibson one has a little bit more rounder. It's more mature, would be what I would say. It's a more mature sounding guitar, but this is a great guitar, and it really gets you within the ballpark. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope this video finds you and your family and all your loved ones healthy and happy. If you don't mind, click like, subscribe, comment down below. What do you think of this guitar? If you've played one, what do you think of them? I've been really happy with them. That just a great guitar. I mean, the fretwork has been great. I hadn't had to do any setup issues. All I had to do was put some new strings on it and change out the pickup, which is what I did. But I did that on my own thing. The stock stuff was fine. It worked. I'm just, I'm particular about that type of thing. But stock out of the box, $750 for a guitar that gets you within the ballpark. Now this is an Epiphone, so this is probably as close as you're going to get to a Gibson without paying Gibson prices, So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.